Well, g'day, curd nerds. G'day, curd nerds. Well, 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 g'day, curd nerds. Welcome to Ask the Cheeseman. This is episode 328. Thank you for joining me today. Here we are in Studio 1, of course. If you were watching on Friday, you would have seen me in Studio 2. Goodness me, so many studios. What am I doing here? So, big thank you, of course, to all of the financial members, and thank you to Random FPV for becoming the latest YouTube member, and welcome to all of the YouTube members who support the show financially. Also, don't forget all of the patrons. Thank you for all those who have signed up on patreon.com. And a big shout out to Todd Elner. Thank you, Todd, for signing up for your financial support. Without your support, the show wouldn't go on. So thank you so much. All those who support the show on YouTube, you can see in the chat, their names are in green, and they've got a special little icon that is designated how long they've been a member. Anyway, one of the little perks, as well as early access to videos and behind the scenes information. So very cool. Okay, before I say g'day to everybody, videos coming up this weekend, or this Friday for me. We have another 12-hour live stream. Phew, those 12-hour live streams, I tell you. This one is French cheese. Now, I'm hoping it'll be for 12 hours, but if I don't have enough cheese-making videos, then we'll stop a little bit earlier. But I've seen quite a few people who are in the chat today have come over from and discovered the channel in those long form videos. So yeah, they're fairly simple to set up, and they're enjoyable. I don't get much sleep that night because I'm so excited about chatting in the stream, talking to all the new curd nerds. So yeah, it's good fun. I really do enjoy it. So keeps my mind off of my recovery for the back injury, which is still persisting. I tried to do a little bit of yard work yesterday and had to give up halfway through. So I'm getting there, but it's certainly not as bad as what it used to be, which is good. But I just, if I do anything silly, then that's no good. Okay, so let's say g'day to a few people. We have in the chat, first person was Random, welcome. Shauna, g'day Shauna, in a very cold Tasmania and an equally cold Melbourne. It's about, well, my, what's it called? An Echo show. It says it's 0 degrees just outside, even though the sun's up. Isn't that lovely? Nice spring, crisp spring morning. Paul, hello mate, how are you? Michelle is there, and Jose from the UK. Nice and late for you. Costanzo, g'day and welcome. Amy Gordon, and she has a question, and we'll get to that in a second. Okay, who else we got? We've got Liz. Hello, Liz. Hope your recovery's going well. We'll talk about that during the gallery. Who else we got? Let's see. Oh, Anthony. Hello, Anthony. Lovely to see you, mate. And thank you for all those wonderful mozzarella photos as well. Got a few photos in the gallery, and the gallery's at 30 minutes past the hour. So that'll be good fun. Yeah, got a bit of discussion there, so that's good. Now, Anthony says, I'm opening the 1-year farmhouse cheddar today for my 3-year sober birthday. Congratulations. Yeah, I've been off the terps, whatever you call it, alcohol free, since I started. When did it happen? 1st of July. Yeah, I had a dry July, and it's kept going, mainly because of the medication that I'm on. Can't take anything. But yeah, congratulations, Anthony. Well done. I hope the cheese tastes amazing. We got who's that? Yusuf. Hello, welcome from Iraq. Goodness me, we've got people from everywhere. We've got David from New Zealand. G'day, David. Lovely to see you, mate. And that's about it. Now, as far as videos go this week, there will be a goat milk cheddar taste test out. I'm going to record that tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. Got a bit to do today, hopefully. But yeah, so tomorrow afternoon we'll record that and we'll get that out this week. So that should be good fun. And as far as any other videos, I'm still holding off on making cheese at the moment. I know it's been a long time, but yeah, I really don't want to stand too long and do any more damage to the back. So when I get to make it, it should you'll be the first to know, of course. Now, as far as the poll goes, I'll just end that, and there we go. So from 14 votes, we got 42% missed it, 35% loved it, 21% watched it for a while, and nobody said it was too long. 12-hour stream, not too long. That's okay. It's great. Alrighty. So first question is from Amy, and Amy's question was, for the love of God, help me do the maths. When you throw in the 10-litre recipes, I can't convert the culture measurements when using 2 gallons. The extra half a gallon drives me nuts. Now, extra half a gallon is 2 litres, basically. 2 gallons is roughly 8 litres, or 7.65 off the top of my head. And Amy, I asked why doesn't she just add the extra 2 quarts, which is about 2 litres. She says, I use raw milk supply. I can only supply 2 gallons and I can only handle 2 gallons at a time. Your videos are why I'm a year into cheese making. Thank you. Okay, so now let me think. So easiest way to do it, what I do is I take the total amount of milk, and what I do, it's very simple maths. I divide it by the amount it is, so you get 1 unit. So with litres is easy. For me it's easy. For you, not so easy. So all you have to do is, and you should be able to do the simple maths, is reduce the amounts by 20%. There you go. It's that easy. So 20% less of everything. So if I say half a teaspoon, just go 5/8. There you go. Half a teaspoon, 5/8. Yeah, it's just, no, that's over half a teaspoon. So it'd be 3/8. Yeah, there you go. That makes it simple. As far as cultures go, because 4/8 is half a teaspoon. So if we're doing fractions, yeah, so it's 3/8 of a teaspoon for 8 litres. Sorry, for 8 litres, yeah, which is 2 gallons. So usually the rennet doses are about half a teaspoon for a 10-litre batch. So yeah, so it's easy. 25%, sorry, 20% less. Hope that answers your question, Amy. I'm specifically looking at the Havarti recipe. Good. All right, hang on. Let's do a conversion on the fly. Can I do it? How good am I? All right, let's see that. Let's. you're going to have to look at my ugly head for a while. Let me just go and find the recipe. Excuse me. This will take a little while. Talk amongst yourselves. It's fine. I'm sure. No sound. Was there no sound then? Can you hear any sound now? Somebody say hello. Hello. Why is it? Is there sound now on this screen? I think I had it muted. Hey, there we go. Thank you, Curd Nerds. Yeah, my bad. Yep. Right. So I was switching between scenes, and I'd forgotten to turn on the. I forgot to turn on the sound. Oh, what a duffer! All right. So if I go like this, you can hear, right? Yeah, I'm speaking now, so this should be work. Hey, big thumbs up. All right, hang on, let me just. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I think I need a brain change. Right, what I'm doing is just in the background while we're talking is looking for the Havarti recipe, which I have on my NAS network attached storage. I'll just pull it up and have a quick look. If I remember, it's in my first book, so we will have a quick look at the first book. Gav has it stored here. Come on, fingers, work. Cheese making, and keep calm and make cheese. And we're looking for Havarti. Let's go to the index. Surely it's there. Nope, it's in the second book. Goodness me, if I knew me books. Sorry, 2 seconds. These things take time, of course. I want to get a proper answer. Havarti, there we go. So, the salt. Where do we add the salt? I'm truly lost. Oh, there we go. Add salt to the pot. Right, okay. So, as far as the salt goes, just reduce that by 20% as well, and you should be good to go. The cheese won't be too salty. So, yeah, the salt's actually added to the pot. I remember now. It's been a while. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully that helps, Amy, and you should be all good. Alrighty, now we got lots of stuff here. Lost the audio. Yeah, that was me. Sorry about that. Random says the long streams are great. Thank you very much, Random. Appreciate that. Yeah, where are we? Yeah, it's me. Sound. It's all about sound. Yeah, Sound 101. Yeah, thanks. Funny man. Jen says it's what is a good beginner's cheese to make first? Okay, so a couple of nice simple cheeses. Yeah, not necessarily in this order. So paneer, very easy, very tasty. If you add a bit of salt to it, it's great in curries and stuff like that. Ricotta, whole milk ricotta, there's a recipe for it on the website as well. Another great beginner's cheese is halloumi, which is absolutely perfect. If you want to move into semi-hard cheeses, then there's a couple of quick ones, which are fairly easy process, but you will need a bit of equipment, Jen. Kefili comes to mind, which is a nice, very simple cheese that can be eaten within 3 weeks. Guido's hard Italian cheese is another beginner's cheese, which is very good. and a very nice cheese. Another very simple one is yesterday's cheese, spelled yesterday with a Z. And there's a recipe online there, and that was from Tracy Johnson, who I don't see in the chat today, which is unusual, but she must be working and teaching cheese classes. But yeah, and you can eat that within a day, but it's better after a week. So Jen, I hope that helps. There's some nice cheese recommendations. All the videos are for those who are on the channel. And easiest way to go and search, and I'll just show you if I can go back, Gav, and I'll show you. And we should have some audio. The easiest way to go to the channel to find any of the cheese recipes, see this long here, and there's a little search thing on the app as well. You just click here, search, and for instance, if I want to look at halloumi, if we want to find that one, we just search, and all the halloumi recipes that I've ever made come up. So yeah, there's some great looking halloumi. The Great Cypriot Fry-Off. Now that was fun. I had to use 2 different types of milk from a supplier. But yeah, so all the halloumi videos are there, and you can pick and choose. The first one is a classic, of course, and it's a really good simple cheese to make, and you don't need too much equipment, which is fantastic. You don't need a press. Just a few kitchen utensils, and it's very easy to make. So, it is quite salty, but it is a delicious cheese when fried. Just absolutely perfect. And as you can see there's me scoffing some chili halloumi I made. Mixed in some chili flakes with the curds. That was fantastic fun too. Alrighty, so I hope that helps, Jen. I've got another question. Yusuf has, I think it's a question, optimum pasteurized degrees for cheese and incubation. Okay, so if you're using raw milk, which I believe you probably are there, Yusuf, then to home pasteurize, and I have a video on that as well. Then hang on, let me just find that as well. Goodness me, we've got lots of videos today. I've made so much stuff. It's best to just simply send you the video link. We'll do that in a second. So we want to pasteurize our milk. So how to pasteurize raw milk at home for cheese making. So the optimum temperature, this is called the low temperature long hold method. I want to share, so we'll just copy that, and I'll pop that into the chat. There you go, Yusuf. There's the video for home pasteurization. 63 degrees for 30 minutes, Celsius that is. And then you rapidly cool it down to the starting temperature of your make. However, you want to store it, then bring the temperature down to 4 degrees Celsius, and then store it in the fridge. Only for a few days, and then just make the cheese from there. There you go. I think another question is from Random. Says Asiago is going to be the first one to try. Yeah, I showed that video yesterday, day before, Friday, and it's a great simple cheese. That one ripened in 3 weeks as well. So it's actually very similar to the Guido's hard Italian cheese. But Asiago is so simple. I really liked it when I put in the green peppercorns. The flavour throughout was amazing. But Asiago by itself is just such a simple little hard Italian cheese to make, and absolutely delicious. Shauna says that she made Asiago yesterday, and it's currently in the brine. Well done, Shauna. You are a cheese-making machine. That's for sure. Random says the Cott's chili cheese is one I want to eat the most. Man, that looks so delicious. Yes, Cott's chili is a very nice cheese, Random. And all invented because of my good lady wife, Kim, said, Gav, I love your Cott's chili, the one with the garlic powder. Sorry, I love your Cotswold, the one with the chili powder. How about you spice things up a bit and put a bit of kick in it? And we did, and it tasted pretty good. It didn't last long around here. So, yeah, it was really good. Shauna says she's covered it with dried rosemary. She's made it before, and it's amazing. Yeah, it is a pretty good cheese. Costanza has a question. When brining cheese for longer, will the cheese be more salty or not? Yes, it will. So the longer it's in the salt, the more sodium chloride or salt gets absorbed into the cheese. So up to a point. Yeah, so it's the longer you keep it in there, the more salt gets absorbed by the cheese. The bigger the cheese, the longer it takes to salt it properly. For instance, proper Parmigiano Reggiano, which is about 60 kilograms of cheese, they actually salt the cheese for about 3 days. So it's in the brine bath for 3 days. So like I said, the bigger the cheese, the longer it takes to salt properly. Caitlin, hello Caitlin, made my first Aspen cheese today. No, I made my first Alpine cheese today. Congratulations. How did you find the process? And were there any tricks or any issues during the make? That'd be interesting to know. Thanks, Caitlin. Random says Kim is a woman after my own heart. Indeed, she likes a good English cheese. Seeing, well, she is English. Goodness me. Shauna says it's Peter's Asiago recipe. Sorry, Peter's. It's Lisa Peterson's, or Cheese 52. And yeah, let's go and have a look at that, shall we? We can find Lisa's channel, Cheese 52. I don't think she's posted a video for a while, which is I know she's finished her book, and I'm not sure what's going on there. So this is Lisa's channel, Cheese 52, bit of a promo. Let's have a look. When was the last time she popped up a video? A year ago. Goodness me. Maybe she's made all the cheeses she's going to make. But I know she's, she released a book. Hang on, I'll just, where the heck is it? Back to me. Yeah, so she released a book called Confident Cheese Making. It's well worth getting, as far as I'm concerned. It has some fantastic stuff. Some of my go-to bits are, she's got a couple of tables on page 108. Common ways to use additives in cheese making. So, how to add in, dry flowers and fruit and nuts and honey and cocoa and coffee grounds. What else? There's another page to the table. Where is it? Oh, all sorts of stuff. Teas, spices, herbs, chili peppers, garlic, truffles, wasabi, all that sort of stuff to add to your cheeses. She's got some great stuff in there. A very good amount of information on sanitization and why it's important and all that. And she's got some very unique little recipes in there too. So some that I haven't seen before, like hoop cheese. And she's got some of her family favourites in there, like Leyden and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so she's got some, some great stuff in here. Similar to the stuff that I put in my book. So, okay. So this is Lisa's page. Where the heck is it? Where did I put it? So here's Lisa's page. She's got a lot of stuff, like Amish melting cheese is something that I have never done easy, which is, I think, is a lot very similar to like American cheese. Where is the Asiago? Let's do a search. We can do that. Asiago with rosemary crusted. What's it look like? That's a very nice looking picture. Very cool indeed. Well, it looks like we've got a super chat as well. So that if anybody wants to know Lisa's page, let's just go to that. Hang on, I'll just put that in the chat. If you can't get enough of cheese and mine's not enough, Lisa, you can get some more from Lisa's page as well. There we go. All right, so the curd nerd light's flashing, and there's a good reason for that. Random's thrown a super chat my way. Thank you very much, saying blessed are the curd nerds. Indeed, we all should be blessed. Anybody who makes cheese is blessed in my my view, that's for sure. Thank you for the $3. Appreciate it, mate. Burn says cheese. G'day, Burn. Lovely to see you from the other day. Burn says, yes, those natural agents had this one. I don't know what this natural agents. What are we talking about here? Is there a conversation going on that I don't know about? Or something I said. Can't remember. This one, Jack Cheese and... Or... What? Or we lately, instead of my usual choices, this rots within a week. Okay. Didn't understand the question, but doesn't matter. Liz says, what happens if you accidentally slip with the cultures and put too much more into the milk than you mean to? It happened yesterday. What happens is you can overculture cheese, and what it can do is rapidly increase the acidity of the cheese. And what happens then is you can get bitterness in the final cheese because of too much acid in the cheese. It will also make the cheese crumbly, usually, if it's overdosed. If you don't mind me asking, Liz, how much more did you add? A percentage would be good, and then I'll be able to figure it out a little bit better. But more acid development means a more crumbly cheese. So, and sometimes it can lend itself to a little bit more bitterness in the final cheese, and you really have to watch your salt content of the cheese to overcome that. Random says, woo, the light worked. Indeed. Okay, yes it does. Automatically, occasionally. When you give it enough time, that's for sure. So there you go. Liz says an extra 50% into a Gruyere. Ooh, it's an Alpine cheese, so using a thermophilic culture, 50% more. Yeah, you might get away with it. You can't really do much about it now. Just make sure it's well salted. And that will inhibit any more lactobacteria growth as you go along. So I don't think it's a total loss, Liz. Just keep an eye on it when as it's maturing. Maybe eat it a little bit quicker, as in don't mature it as long as you normally would. Probably I would only go with a month tops because, you know, you've overdosed it. So, and I can understand why you did it as well. Because when you're in pain, you're not thinking straight. I don't think straight when I'm in pain. So, Liz says, it's in the brine now. Should I leave it longer? Yeah, probably leave it for another 2 to 3 hours longer would be good. I don't think you're going to get a cheese that's over salted, especially when you want to try and compensate for that extra. That extra culture. So yeah, try that. Okay, it's time for the gallery, curd nerds. Let's flash it up. Hang on, let me find it. Okay, so we have 4 contributors to the gallery this week. Let me just go to the... What the heck is it? That one. Alrighty. First contribution is from Anthony. Thank you, Anthony, for sending these in. It says, hey Gav, there was this was with the free cultures from a site I buy my yogurt cultures from. I sent them a compliment about the yogurt cultures, and they mentioned I make cheese, and they're letting me beta test them before they go on sale. Not sure what the next one will be, but this is a good 2.25 gallon batch of mozzarella. Alrighty, so let's have a look. So he's using a sous vide to heat the water in his sink, which is fantastic. He's got a pot from Babish. Very cool. And I didn't know Babish made pots, unless it's a different producer. Yeah, so he's got the milk in there. Then he's cut the curds. A lot of cream in this milk. See how the surface is yellow, and then where you can see where he's cut some curds here and they pop through, they're a pure white. So a lot of cream on top there. So it's a nice looking milk. And as you can see there, see there's some floaty bits of the cream as he's cut the curd. That's all that cream turns into like cultured butter really quickly. But some of it will stay in the cheese and some of it will go out in the way, so it's no big deal. But a nice curd cut there, Anthony. A nice size for mozzarella. There's the slab draining. And then he's cut it into little bits, as you do. And then you put it into hot water or hot whey, and he's chosen to use the whey by the looks of it. I did that in my mozzarella video, the very first one I did, and he's stretching the curds. It looks like the pH might be a little bit off because it doesn't seem shiny unless in the next one. Oh no, it looks fine. Silly me. So yeah, that's looking fine, nice and stretchy, and he's formed it into mozzarella balls, and there you go. So he's followed the, by the looks of it, could be the mozzarella recipe, or it could even be the scamorza recipe. Either or will work with pasta filata cheese, so you won't have too many problems there. He's popped the recipe there. It looks like he's done the recipe for mozzarella fior di latte, which is cow's milk mozzarella. And there it is for anybody who wants to have a look and take a screen snap of it. But the recipe's in, I think it's in my second book, Keep Calm and Make More Cheese. And he goes on to say, if we just go back one, goes on to say that the website that sent him the cultures is called positivelyprobiotic.com. Which I had a look at, and I gave some feedback to Anthony, and he's going to pass that on to the owner. I looked at all the starter cultures, and there's the way they've set it up. The product pages have the cheese names for the cultures, but they don't have any reference to what the lactic bacteria are within them. So any cheesemaker that comes along and goes, right, I want a Thermo B that contains Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus lactis bulgaris. Which one do I choose? So you kind of got to know your equivalents, if that makes sense, between the different manufacturers. So so hopefully you pass that feedback on. Yeah, so cool. Yusuf says, what is the benefit of cold water in the Italian cheese? Right, so like this is what we're looking at here, is it rapidly cools down the hot curd so it maintains its shape. And then after about 15 minutes, you just take the cheese out and you can eat it straight away. Or it needs to go in brine. If it's this recipe, Anthony says, yep, this is the one from your book. Right, cool. So I brine the cheese now. Or some Italian manufacturers put it straight into a cold brine and skip this ice water step. But I think for the home cheese maker, because we're only making a few, it's better to rapidly cool down the cheese and then salt it, because if you put it straight into the brine when it's hot, it absorbs more salt, if that makes sense. It's just a fact of chemistry. Moving right along. Thank you, Anthony, for sending those in. They were lovely photos, and the whole The whole biz was great. Liz says, hi, Gavin. If there's anything personal here, I won't read it out. Liz says, hi, Gavin. I don't have many cheesy photos, I'm afraid, except for today's view inside my cheese cave. It says, there are 20 cheeses, mostly vacuum sealed, the 2 boxes containing a farmhouse cheddar blue and a yesterday's, which I like to mature for 2 weeks before eating. Fantastic. No, they look like nice little ripening boxes there. Are they those, are they Systema? I don't know, you can't tell. Not sure where you got them from, but yeah, they look like nice ripening boxes. And I can see that you've got Lancashire there, you've got a Colby. What's that one there? That one says, I don't know, mature, and then, no, what's that? Lancashire again, into the Lancashires. But there's lots in there. And it looks like you got a couple of red Leicesters, by the way. So, fantastic. Thank you, Liz. Says, I'll keep the ones that need eating in the door. As you can see, I'm having difficulty keeping up at the moment. Need to eat more cheese there, Liz, or give it away. Shauna makes nice little baskets and gives it away to friends and family, little cheese gift baskets, which could be an idea for you. Liz says, I won't read it verbatim, but she says she's also suffering from the L5S1 back injury, and she's been struggling to recover. But she came off relatively lightly and seems to have turned the corner after 3 months of pain. Sorry to hear, mate. That's unfortunate. I know exactly how you feel. It says, I'm back to cheese making again, and it is a Gruyere this weekend. The last one I made, and we discussed the Gruyere. The last one I made blew and had to be thrown away. I'm hoping for a real thing this time. Interesting to hear your thoughts if you have any tips for a Gruyere. Yeah, watch how much culture you put in. Oh, goodness me, I'm a funny one. With those Alpine-style cheeses, what you can do, and I don't know if you can get it in New Zealand, and I know you buy some of your cultures from me, Liz. Try LPRA, which is the... it's a probiotic, and it actually is a protective culture, and it protects the cheese from molds and stuff, and it also does inhibit a little bit of the butyric acid, which can cause late blowing, which it sounds like that happened to your Gruyere. Late blowing can also be attributed, especially in those cheeses. Gruyere is usually one that you don't have too much trouble with, and I think what can happen is that it doesn't get salted enough, so you get more lactic bacteria activity. So by extending the salting time for your Gruyere, which you made yesterday, that may help as well, so that'll be good. If you don't have enough salt in it, you'll get all sorts of gases being produced and stuff. Liz goes on to say, all the best for your continued recovery, and thank you for being my cheese-making inspiration and guide, Liz. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate that, mate. Alrighty, and thanks for the photo. And speedy recovery to you. Now, the next one is from Scott, and Scott says, hi, Gavin. This is a 3-gallon goat milk kefili, about 1 month old, from our Nigerian dwarf goats. We like drinking the goat milk so much that I don't usually get to make any goat milk cheese from it. The paste is a beautiful white colour. Yep, and you got some mechanical holes there, so maybe a little bit more pressure, maybe. Beautiful white colour, and is a little bit dry. Not much, but almost crumbly, but not quite. Oh, okay. The flavour is very good, and you can hardly tell it's goat's milk. May I ask a general question? What do you do with a wheel of cheese that is bitter? Is there any treatment to get rid of the bitter peptides in the finished cheese, or a way to cook it so it gets rid of the bitterness? Or is it just chicken food? Okay, so there's not much you can do with the cheese if it's bitter after the fact, except for, and this gets rid of the bitterness, no problems, is to cook with it. Cooking the cheese, or making a, say, grilled cheese sandwich, or putting it into a cheese sauce, or another way is to process the cheese, and that is to turn it into what I called American cheese. So go and have a look for American cheese. It's just grating the cheese up, adding water and sodium citrate, which you can buy anywhere, basically, any food supply. It's even on Amazon. Sodium citrate, or you can make it yourself. I've got a recipe how to do that yourself. And it's an emulsifier, and as you heat the cheese, the bitter peptides go away, and the food is fine. And it's not chicken food. Don't throw it away. Convert it into American cheese, and you'll be fine. And there's another picture there of Scott's lovely-looking goat cheese. We have a cheese from Shauna. Shauna sent in, hey Gav, she sent a few photos in actually. Hey Gavin and Kim, just a quick update. Below is a photo of my Comté, matured for 4 months. The first month was natural, and then vacuum packed for the remainder. There's a lesson learnt for me too, Shauna. I should have matured it in a ripening box for the first month, and then the rest of them in vacuum packing, but I lost it. Had to throw it away. There was a tear and everything. There are a few mechanical holes, but not too dramatic. The flavour is subtle and the texture is firm, and I find the cheese perfect for all sorts of things. Platters, sandwiches, cooking. Will be definitely making another. It looks fabulous, honestly, Shauna. You make a really good cheese. And in the background there, I can see a sneak peek of the next photo. There it is. And a couple more photos. Our old favourite, Drunken Cow. I haven't made this for about 12 months, so it's long overdue. I increased your recipe to 10 litres of milk and used the Manchego mould, as I thought the wine would show the pattern best. The first photo is after the first wine soaking, so that one there. And the second photo is the cheese air drying the second wine soaking. I love how much darker it has become. I'm going to vacuum pack for 3 months, so it'll be ready for Christmas. Thank you for sharing your time and knowledge. All the best, Shauna. Thank you, Shauna. And that's a great looking cheese. You're right. It looks so much darker after you do the second soaking, that's for sure. But well done. It looks like a fantastic looking cheese. And yeah, I can't wait to see the photos of the cheese when you've cut into it. So fantastic. Thank you everybody for sending in those photos. Now, you're probably asking me the question, how do I send photos, Gav? I've got photos. I want to send them to you. Okay, so you can stop asking. It's all happening. What you do is you go to the channel and you'll see the home page, something like this. And all you have to do is, up here in this bit here, where it says, do you want to become a curd nerd, blah, blah, blah. You click anywhere there, and this little pop-up happens, the About pop-up. Now, the email address that you send any correspondence, including the photos that you have to show, then, yeah, pop them into this email address. If you click it, then you'll be asked if you're not a robot, and you'll get to see my email address to send any photos for the gallery. So do that. If you've got photos, even if it's your first cheese, snap a photo, send it through, and make sure that you have a little bit of narrative in the email, not just, here's my photo. Yeah, a bit of a narrative in the email so I can read it out. And if there's any issues you're having, then, yeah, let me know, and then we can discuss them during the Ask the Cheeseman session. So there you go. So that's how you do it. How much time have we got? We've got 15 minutes to go. Do we have any more questions? Yusuf says, can we make a new product from ripened cheese that have more aldehyde and ketone chemically without affecting their last? I'm not sure. I don't produce cheese on a commercial level, so unfortunately, Yusuf, I can't help you there. So I'm just a home cheese maker at heart that likes to share his passion. And as far as going into the chemical analysis of cheese, I really don't have that experience. So I'm sorry, I really can't help you there. Okay, so funny, funny man. You are funny. I'm funny. You're funny, Liz. There you go. Okay, so any further questions? I'm sure we've got some, or I'll start plugging the merch. Don't you worry about that. I'm just Sean just popped in to say hi. Got a pepper jack on the stove, settling before pressing in a few minutes. I hope it's all going well, Sean. And thanks for dropping by. Lovely to see you. For those who don't know, I do have a merch store, and yeah, I only get a small percentage of each sale, but it's worth something. We have the certified Curd Nerd mug over there, as well as other mugs. Don't forget, we also got phone case. Look at that. It's a good looking phone case. That's for an iPhone 11, but there's all the iPhones. I don't think the 16's there yet, and I think the 7 is as low as it goes. But yeah, so if you want to check out the merch, you can do so over at merch.cheeseman.tv, and you can even pick up this fantastic t-shirt, certified Curd Nerd. Wear it with pride, I do. Look at that. People love it. I walk down the street, people laugh at me. I mean, no, they say, that's the cheese man. Anyways, that's, goodness me, that's the merch store. And of course, you know, you can always pick up all your supplies over at littlegreenworkshops.com.au. We got kits. Look, I got hundreds of them all over the place. There we go. Hang on, I moved my head. There's a big artisan cheese kit at the back if you want to do the whole hog and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, so we're currently shipping 3 days a week because it gives me time on Tuesdays and Thursdays to make videos and to write newsletters and stuff like that. Now, speaking of newsletters, for those who have not signed up for it, then I strongly urge you. I share all sorts of goodies in the Curd Nerd newsletter. You would have seen it. So here's the page, and I'll slip that into the chat. Just pop that in. Breaking the fourth wall, but yeah, there's the Curd Nerd newsletter. And for those who haven't signed up, you haven't missed anything, because I'm such a nice bloke that I have put all of the newsletters in a big list on the sign up page, so you know what you're getting. So, for instance, if we go and have a look at number 39, this is what you get. So, Curd Nerd News edition number 39, we have Comté. If you click on this, you get the video. So, a bit of a spiel about the cheese that I didn't put into the video. My thoughts on the cheese, you get a little bit of the ingredient list. If you want the process, go and watch the video. And then we have promos for things that are coming up. And we also have whatever I've got back in stock lately that I didn't have in stock on the store, and then obviously a link to the shop. So every Wednesday, I won't say without fail, but at least around Wednesday, you get a copy of the Curd Nerd News. So if you haven't signed up for that, go and check it out. It's free. It costs nothing to sign up. And, you know, you don't have no memberships, just free information for you. So, yeah, if you miss a video, then I will... I definitely make sure it's in the newsletter so people don't miss out. And usually I get a heck of a lot of clicks through to the videos. A lot of people do wait until the newsletter to watch it. So there you go. Alrighty. Next, what's a question? Oh, there's a question from Random says, Gav, have you considered starting a Curd Nerd Discord server? I'm a member of many servers. It's a great place to hang out, ask questions, share photos with like-minded people. I have thought about it, and because I'm a one-man band and I am semi-retired, and I do work as well, I have seen how much work a Discord server entails. So no, I won't be starting a Discord server anytime soon. I do have Discord, and I do look at some servers for some of the creators that I follow, but it's and I know it's like a Facebook group. I totally agree, but a lot of people just I won't say people more technically minded will gravitate towards Discord than, say, people who randomly who frequent Facebook, if that makes sense. Facebook's more approachable, and I don't have a group on there. I have a profile called Cheeseman.tv that I post most of my stuff to. But as far as other social medias go, I'm struggling to post stuff on the socials that I have other than YouTube. So I kind of focus where the main audience is. So anyway, but yeah, it's that's how I roll. Jose says, "G'day, Gavin. As I told you, I live in England, but I'm Spanish. Hola. I really miss a live video about how to make Spanish cheeses. You have forgotten us." How many Spanish cheeses do I have? I've probably only made about 4 or 5. I've made quite a few Mexican ones. I know that's not Spain, but they do speak Spanish. I don't want to throw you in the bag with all the Mexican people who make cheese. But I only have a few Spanish cheeses. I think I made a Manchego, which I wrongly labelled as Manchego. It should be Hispanico. But yeah, I haven't forgotten you. It's probably I just don't have that many cheeses to do a live stream. And the Curd Nerd light's going off. Thank you so much. RTG Jazz, thank you very much, mate, for the couple of bucks US there. Greatly appreciated. And the note is, thanks for another great live stream. You are most welcome. But yeah, back to Jose. Yeah, I don't think I have many Spanish cheeses to do a live stream on. If you have... Here's a challenge for you, Jose. If you have any Spanish cheese making recipes, and I know this is a stretch, and you know a book of them that I could translate, then that would be fantastic. I'm pretty I'm pretty right with technical things, so I can translate things from books pretty easily, especially if they're a PDF. That's pretty easy. But if you know of any Spanish cheese-making books, I would love to see them or know of them, and then I can figure it out from there and increase my repertoire of Spanish cheeses. So, yeah, Jose, there's a challenge to you, mate. Thank you very much. Ask a question, get a challenge on the thing. One person I forgot to say to, g'day to was, two people. Blue Wolf, g'day, mate. How are you? And Titus. Again, hello, how are you? Anyway, with no further questions by the looks of it, we might wrap up early. I promised Kim a cooked breakfast this morning, so I'm not going to let her down. She's looking after the doggos at the moment. So, wouldn't it be fabulous if one day she came back and she was in the chat again? She hasn't done that for many years, and the reason she was in the chat quite often as another mediator was because YouTube didn't have this feature where you can set chat only to subscribers. It used to be just everybody, and all sorts of randoms would put rubbish in the screen in the chat, and it would show up on the screen and she was there helping moderate. But YouTube's done that. She got rid of her job. Goodness me. But it will be nice to see her on the chat again. I'll let her know. She can do it from bed. It's fine. Alrighty, Curd Nerds. As Shauna has prompted me, yes, thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Have a great time. And if I don't see you again this week, I will see you on Friday. If you want to see how to make French cheeses or French-style cheeses, I don't know if it'll be 12 hours this time. I don't know how many videos I've got. But the following week after that came from a suggestion from the Curd Nerds. It might be a quick 2-hour stream the following Friday. It'll be about tips and tricks. So tips and tricks. The light did flash. I turned it off quick. There we go. I turned it on again. So the tips and tricks as far as cheese making tips and tricks will be another one, and I'll schedule that, and you'll see that. You'll get notified of that as if you have subscribed. But thank you, everybody. Oh, Matt is there as well. Have a great week. Thank you, Matt, and fantastic to see your cheese making business start up. I've been watching enviously, but obviously I'm not going to do that myself. But I'll live vicariously through your cheese making efforts. Good on you, mate. Alrighty, Curd Nerds. That's it from me. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.